81.
विषम विषय मार्गे गच्छतो नच्च बुद्धेः प्रतिपदमभियातो मृत्युरप्येष विद्धि हितसु जनगुरुत्या गच्छत स्वस्य युक्त्या प्रभवति फलसिद्धि सत्यमित्येव विद्धि
Stanza 76 to 82 describe the sense objects and the trap. See, all that one has to do is to directly discover the Atma Swarupa. But the identification with the body is such a great hurdle, and it is born of Ajnana. As a result, it is not possible to discover ourselves to be the pure awareness principle, Chaitanya Swarupa Atma. So that is why in Vedanta, emphasis on sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. It is just like, restricted diet, pathya, especially in Ayurveda. Ayurveda pathya means there is nothing left over for you to eat afterwards. So that is there. No, but it is there because medicine doesn't work. See, don't think. See, even if the medicine is appropriate, if pathya, dietary restriction is not there, it's not going to work. It's a waste. You are just wasting the medicine and your this. So that is there. Like that, whatever that confirms and intensifies the body identification has to be given up. Sense indulgence is the one which confirms and intensifies the identification with the body. Why so? If no identification the body is there, you can't take to sense indulgence. In sleep, what do you hear, etc.? In sleep there is no identification with the body. You are not aware of the body at all. So that being the case. Sense object, because there is always a fascination for sense object. Why? It is just for nothing. There is a reason for that. What do we want? We want happiness. We want freedom from sorrow. So sense object do give us some happiness to begin with, and we fall a prey for that. Actually, that happiness is not on account of Vishaya. It is because of our Swarupa, but due to wrong notion, we think that it is because of the Vishaya, and we get idea. That means we indulge in the sense object, and entire life is meant for what? Pursuit of the Vishaya, the sense object. That is why Vedanta is harping on this point. Cut the sense objects to their own size. Not that they don't give, but they do give some happiness, but at what cost? At what cost? At the cost of depriving you your Paramananda Swarupa. Your Paramananda Swarupa was taken away and then presented some tinsels of happiness in terms of sense pleasures. So that is why I say Viveka. That's why I say that examples of 3 living creatures, five living creatures were given. Each animal or a creature is attached to one of the sense objects. What is the plight of the man who is attached to all the 5 sense objects? So that being the case, so this sense objects serve as a trap, and as a result, man's identity with body gets intensified and he is bound. So therefore, how it is so was described, and finally in that what is told is summarized now. The person who follows the path of sense object. 81 we have seen, 3 lines we have seen, only the last line we didn't see. The person who follows the sense object is encountered by mrityu. Mrityu means here is mrityu rupa samsara, not death, not death. Mrityu rupa samsara. He is encountered, he is attacked by this samsara every step. Means that is nothing but continuation of this samsara only. On the contrary, the person who follows this hita sujana guruktya gacchataha swasya yuktya, taking lesson from the teaching of those who are really interested in your good and who teach you in accordance with the Shastra, not simply because they tell. You have verified it. Swasya yuktya. By reasoning, you have verified the truth of what they tell. And one who conducts oneself in accordance with the Shastra, he says, what is that? For such a person, last line we have to see, Phalasiddhi bhavati prabhavati. Phalasiddhi, accomplishment of the phala. What is the phala? Moksha. So all this Atma Jnana is gained for gaining the moksha. So therefore, so phala siddhi means moksha prapti, gaining the moksha. Prabhavati certainly takes place. So now one may say, how is it? See, if one gets rid of the attachment for the sense object, how are you going to get the moksha? See, the mind which has decluttered itself from the entanglements of the sense object is available for inquiry, shravana. It can take to manana, nididhyasana and directly discover the Swarupa. So therefore, author says, please don't entertain any doubt to this effect. He says, evam, in this manner, evam iti satyam vidhi. This is true. What is true? One who has freed himself from the attachment to the sense object, not that you have to run away from that, but give up that notion that sense objects are capable of making me happy and contented. Because many times, see, so long as the body is there, you cannot give up Vishayas totally. Why? Do you eat or drink or not? What do you mean by eating? Food also is what? Vishaya, future. So then, can you sit all the time with the closed eye? Do you see the sun, moon or not? Vishayas. You see the world or not? Vishayas. So not that way. Which are indispensable, that is there to upkeep of the body, yes. But those Vishayas which we think we will be happy by indulgence, give up, because that is not there. And even if it appears as though you get it, it is only a false notion, because happiness cannot be the intrinsic feature of any sense object, which we have seen in detail earlier. So therefore, please know for certain this is the truth. Evam iti satyam vidhi. Know it to be satyam. That being the case, he concludes what a mumukshu has to acquire and what he has to give up. Heya, things to be given up by mumukshu. Upadeya, things to be acquired by mumukshu. What are those? In nutshell, he is going to tell us now.
Mokshasya kamsha yadi vaitavasti. Mokshasya kamsha yadi vaitavasti. Yajati durad vishayan vishamyata. Yajati durad vishayan vishamyata. Piyushavatto shadayakshamarjava. Prashantidantir bhaja nityamadara. Prashantidantir bhaja nityamadara. Mokshasya kamsha yadi vaitavasti. Mokshasya मोक्षस्य कांक्षा अस्ति यथा विषम एड तथा विषयान अतिदूरात् त्यज आदरात् तोष दया क्षमा आर्जव प्रशांति दांति नित्यं पीयूषवत् भज. अगेन, यदि वै तव मोक्षस्य कांक्षा अस्ति यथा विषम एड तथा विषयान अतिदूरात् त्यज आदरात् तोष दया क्षमा आर्जव प्रशांति दांति नित्यं पीयूषवत् भज.
यदि वै तव मोक्षस्य कांक्षा अस्ति, in case you have got the desire to gain moksha, you better decide first. You better decide. Swamiji, who has seen moksha? Actually, every moment you seek moksha only. How come? We don't know what moksha is, and how are you telling that you are moksha? Tell me one thing. Do you seek freedom from sorrow? Yes or no? Any doubt? Do you quote sorrow? Even if someone quotes sorrow, has to be asked why? There must be something, some pleasure in that, which is not possible. Some pleasure. See, every moment we want to avoid sorrow, and all the time we want to gain happiness. That itself shows what? You are a mumuksha. But only you don't know that mumuksha can be fructified provided you become a jidnyasu. That desire to get totally freed from sorrow and gain the ever happiness is possible only when you directly discover your swarupa. There is no other go. Even Bhagavan also can't do anything at all. Bhagavan says, sorry, look, I already told you Bhagavad Gita. Don't pester me any further. Don't pester me any further. There is no other way. Jnanad eva tu kaivalyam. By knowledge alone, moksha can be gained. Nanya pantha vidyate ayanaya. There is no other path than gaining the Atma Jnana to gain the moksha. The Upanishads are very, very clear and emphatic. There is no other way. Do you know why? Sorrow and this running after the happiness is because of what? Not knowing our Swarupa. When our Swarupa itself is nothing but Ananda, itself is totally free from sorrow, is there any sense in running after here and there to seek happiness and avoid sorrow? But we are not able to get it. Then find out what is the cause for that. What is the cause? You don't know. Ajnana, ignorance of the Swarupa. That is why Upanishad. That is why Vedanta. That is why Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. All these are there. So that being the case, he says, Yadi, you can't say everyone is a mumukshu, but only thing we are groping in darkness to find that happiness and freedom from sorrow at a wrong place. Why? Because that is easy. Sense indulgence. You know that granny story? Once a granny was industriously searching something on the road. Very old lady. So after all, because of sympathy for that old lady, others also started searching. Because she is searching. But these fellows don't know what this granny is searching. Everyone is searching. By that time, a youngster came and asked, what are you searching? We don't know. But she is searching. Yeah, grandma, what is that? What are you searching? He said, I have lost one needle. I lost one. Achha, where did you lose? There in the house. And then why are you searching here? There is no light there in the house. Here there is light. So like that, because there is no light, the needle lost in the house, he is trying to find out where? On the road, because the light. That moksha, atma jnana, very difficult. And Vishayas, very easy. You need not put forth effort at all. You will get automatically gravitated toward them. Nahi chalega. So that means you have to find out at the right place. So that is why. So know the problem first. Problem is of ignorance. Knowledge alone can be the solution. If you have mistaken a rope for a snake, know that rope as a rope. Even shooting the so-called snake is not going to solve your problem. So that being the case, this is very important in Vedanta. What is the problem? What are the means? What means can help us up to what point? For example, Chittasya Shuddhaye, Karma, etc. are necessary for that. But for what? Antakarana Shuddhi themselves cannot give the final solution. All this is very important. Otherwise, no, if you take Shastra, endless sadhanas are given. And your head gets swollen what to take. That being the case, this ascertainment is very, very imperative from that standpoint. The author has already dealt with the subject. Now you say, if you have got intense desire to get totally freed from this sorrow of samsara, so then that sorrow is mine, but others are happy. Who told you? Take them in confidence. Don't ask in front of us. Take them in confidence. Even Birla, Tata, Bill Gates, Ford, etc. Take them in confidence. Are you really happy? There are a long list for which they are not happy. Even I read an interview of Bill Gates, not now, about a year back or a year or the same. He is worried about competitors. Once he was at the top, now no more on the top as such, there are competitors as such. So that is that he has got his own problem as such. Anyway, he has that charitable disposition, that is a different thing. And that is goodness on his part. That is some value he has got as such. But he has also got the problems as such. So that is the case. So that is so this is the problem, and therefore if you have got, then do you know what you do? Yatha visham tatha vishayan ati durat tyaja. Give up the sense object. Far, far, far. Don't go anywhere near. Why? Trap. How trap we have seen. See, Visha. Suppose, not present winter, in summer, you say you had a scorching thirst. And you happened to go someone's house, and the lady of the house understood your problem, and one glass full of thanda lassi, sweet lassi given. Moment you are about to sip, that lady came, please, wait. No. There's a problem. What is the problem? I found somehow I kept that vessel open. One lizard fell in that. Means what is now poison? Will you drink that lassi? Ati parama vairagya. Just 1 minute earlier, you were so hungry because the need of the hour. You were so thirsty, and good lassi, sweet was not simple water. So see, sweet also. So that is that. But Shankaracharya did not come and tell you. Dura Tyajai did not tell it. So that you automatically give up. If you know the grave situation there, not much more, total grave situation is bad here, but we don't realize it. Why? There we know poison is dangerous, but here we know not, sense objects are not are dangerous, we know not. So that is why Viveka, think, please think. It is not a commandment, thou shalt. It won't work. Because, I happen to go to Vivek Chudamani and Shankaracharya says, give up the sense object. I gave up, but what, no. We have, Shankaracharya has told the truth, but it has to be ours. We have to discover for ourselves. Afterwards, no force in the world can drag the mind to the sense object. We have seen this. What is that because of which mind runs after the Vishayas? Three things I had told. Satyatva, Nityatva, Samichinatva. The Vishaya is Satya, true. The Vishaya is permanent. Samichina, the Vishaya has got the capacity to make me happy and contented. Is it not so? When you go in the market, nowadays nakli cheese are many. Everything, you have to be very careful. But what for you see? Asli, is it not? Don't you see look for the genuine product? Unless, of course, your budget is only for fake product, that is a different thing. But generally, don't you go for genuine product? So therefore, what you want is Satya. Satya means what? True, not something that is false and appearances. Then Nitya, that which is everlasting, not transient. That which is everlasting and not transient. Third is Samichina. Samichina means most appropriate in the sense it has got the capacity to give me the joy, happiness and contentment that I seek in life forever, not for a while. So, no. That is why Vivek. When you discover Vishayas are not Satya, they are not Nitya, they are not Samichina, no force in the world can drag that mind to Vishaya. That is why Shastra emphasizes on Viveka first, not straightaway Vairagya. If straightaway Vairagya like that, Smashana Vairagya, etc., will come, it won't last for a long time as such. So therefore, this inquiry is very, very important. So therefore, yatha visham tatha vishayan ati durat. This is as far as giving up is concerned. What should I acquire? Acquire these things. What are those? He says, Adarat. Adarat means Atyanta Vishwasena, with firm confidence. With firm confidence. Adarat Atyanta Vishwasena means this is something indispensable. Adarat. Take to these, acquire these. What are those? Tosha. Tosha is what? Santosha, contentment. Santosha, contentment. Be happy with what you have. Many times why many times? Generally the trend of the mind is to see what we have not got. And we ignore what we have got. Somebody say, suppose someone was hungry and gave half glass of water, milk. There are two ways of looking at it. What is that? This fellow looks, see, empty half, only half of this. Other fellow looks at half. I got half glass of milk. Milk is only half glass only, but your view differs. So therefore, be happy, be content with what you have got. See, many have not got that also. You have what reason to be happy yourself. So if you are one of them, what would have happened? So that is tosha, happiness, contentment. Be thankful to God for whatever that He has provided. Daya, karuna, compassion. In compassion what happens? You grow. In compassion you grow because others' sorrow and joy becomes yours. Otherwise what? Me, I, me and mine. Modern micro families. Otherwise what? हम दो हमारे दो. हमारे एक भी होता है. हम दो हमारे दो. Mini family, they are mini family. Now mini family भी चले गया अभी micro family. I, me and mine. Everything is centered where? On me only. On myself. These are all imported from USA, okay? These are all imported from USA. That is that. Wait for some time. They will have to export the Vedanta from it. Now already they are being exported. They have to look to India only. India was the guru of the world in the past. Soon it is going to happen also as India is the first one to have universities. So many universities, even China and this, they used to come here. And what were the universities? Don't think huge buildings, etc. Nothing. That fellow is sitting under a tree. Our Indian universities were that. They were saying, and there were people teaching all branches of knowledge. They used to come. And not that thousands of students, hardly few students, but it was known. In Vedanta also, that in life of Jesus Christ, there is a blackout for about 11 years. Where Jesus was, there was not known. Church may not accept it, but history shows certain evidences are there. He was in Kashmir. He was in Kashmir undergoing learning. And he learned here and then he went. That they won't acknowledge. Because this is the India, Bharat is the seat of knowledge. That is why even avatars, many of the avatars are in India. Do you know why? Because Adhyatma Vidya is the very core of this country. Every country has got some specific feature. But Adhyatma Vidya is the backbone of India. And where Adhyatma Vidya is there, Avatara has to come. Just as where the gold mines are there, engineers, excavators, all will be there because you have to excavate the gold. So therefore, where Adhyatma Vidya is there, if in course of time it gets faded, it has to be set right. That is how I say. So that being the case, past that is that. So that is being the case, say, that is that. So that is how Santosha, Daya, that is what? Knowledge, the value for knowledge must be there. Just as how I feel sorrows, so others do feel it. How I become happy, so also others should be happy. That karuna, compassion for others. So that being the case. So we say, Daya, Kshama. Kshama means not necessarily forgiveness, it means titiksha, forbearance. See, look, so long as the body is there, pinpricks of life are bound to be there. So long as nose is there, cold attack is bound to. So long as headache is there, headache will be there. So long as heart is there, it is prone. It is prone for some attack as such. So all these are there because that is the nature as such. So what can be done? So that take precaution, no doubt. Not that you just become a prey to all these things. Take precaution. But that's a titiksha, bearing them. How? Without allowing the mind to get disturbed. Except, see, more than 50% of our sorrow is because of non-acceptance of the situation. If you accept, that to the extent less you are available to take to remedial measure. Otherwise you get bogged down by the very problem as such. You as an individual is not available to take to remedial measure. So kshama, forgiving, etc. also correct. Because see, somebody did injustice you. That fellow's, that is weakness it is. He did that. So that you can forgive that. But here it is more titiksha, forbearance. Sahanam, already defined. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam. Means you don't allow these dukkhas to overpower you as such. With objective vision, you bear them as such. Why? Because you want to apply your mind to Shravana, higher pursuit of gaining the knowledge from that. So the daya, kshama, arjavam, akutila chittata, straightforwardness of the mind. Straightforward means manasyekam, vachasyekam, karmanyekam mahatmana. As you think, so you speak, accordingly you do. Manasya anyat, vachasya anyat, karmanyanyat duratmana. Thinking something, talking else, and doing something different. Do you know what happens? If this alignment between the thought, word and deed is not there, your mind is always preoccupied in hiding the false things. See, truth you need not remember, but lies you have to remember. You told a lie to some person, and after some days you met him, you forgot what you had told, and then what happened? You get exposed. Somebody, you know what happened? Was not seen for a week. And after a week, so somebody asked, hey, where were you? I don't know what to do. See, this Manmohan Singh calls me often. He wants to consult me about very important matters, etc. He's an old friend. I can't say no, etc. I have to go to Delhi very often. By that time, other neighbor came, and he knew where he was. Do you know where he was? He was only in the home only, but it was heavily raining. Only 2 pairs of clothes he had got that were with dhobis, and they didn't come back, and he has no dress to go out, etc. He knows, who knows? The neighbor knows. And this fellow is bluffing. I had been where? To Delhi, because Manmohan Singh, Prime Minister, wants me, etc. Now that fellow came. What will the plight now? So therefore, to hide life, all the mind has to work up. to tell the truth, even if you are woken up from deep sleep, what will come? Truth only will come. So therefore, this is no good for mumukshu. This is not good for mumukshu. Arjava, straightforward. So that is accept. If something is wrong, you accept it. That is arjava. Prashantihi, prakarshena shamaha. Total mastery over the mind. Total mastery over the mind. So that is the perfect composure of the mind. Shama was defined. Dantihi, bahirindriya nigraha. Mastery over this senses. Mastery over the indriyas. So prashanti. So adharat nityam bhaja. Take to them, acquire them always. How? Piyushavat. Piyusha means like a nectar. You know, generally they do. Our local Piyusha. What is local Piyusha? See, this you take the curd, little dilute it, put sugar in that, and some cardamom or something for the flavor you put. Piyusha is Piyusha. That is local Piyusha. But this is Piyusha is what? Heavenly nectar. If heavenly nectar is given, how we would relish it? So like that, see that Daya, Kshama, Shanti, Shama, etc. you take to. So why? Provided if you have got Mokshasya Kanksha Yadi Vai Tavasti. Now from stanza 83 to 86, the fascination for the body, physical body is criticized. Everyone is what? Attracted, fascinated by the body. So that's why how many times you look at your face in the mirror? From morning onwards up to you go to bed, better you count, okay? So how many times you see the face in the mirror? Because that fascination, do you know why that fascination? Actually it is not for the body, for I. That fascination is for I, because I is parapremaspada. It is the locus of supreme love. But unfortunately we have mistaken the body as I, and therefore that fascination. Now from 83 to 86, the fascination for body is criticized. Why it should be criticized? Because identification. Because of fascination only you get identified with that. So that has to be knocked down. Continuing.
Anukshanam yat parirutya krutyam anadya vidya kruta bandha mokshanam deha parato yamamushya poshane yassajjate sa swamanena anti anukshanam yat parirutya krutyam anadya vidya kruta bandha mokshanam deha parato yamamushya poshane yassajjate sa swamanena hanti. Anvaya yat parirutya anadya avidyakruta bandha mokshanam anukshanam krutyam at swam hanti. Again, yat parirutya anadya avidyakruta bandha mokshanam anukshanam krutyam ad asti ayam dehaha parathaha amushya poshane yaha sajjate saha anena swam hanti.
Yat krityam asti. Whatever that is to be done. What is that? Two things are there. Yat parihritya. Here yat stands for sthula sharira. Sthula sharira, the gross body. Parihritya, having given up, abandoning. What is this? Giving up physical body? Musibat hai. Can you give up physical body? Giving up physical body means what? End of the body. Achha? What? You have to commit suicide or what? It can't be. So what? Even suicide committed, maybe this gross body ended, but there will be chains of bodies afterwards. That is not the end of the body. So what is the here means having given up the identification with the body. So that is yat means sthula shariram, parihritya. Parihritya means tadatmyadhyasad durikritya, separating from the superimposition in terms of identification, taking the body as I, this wrong notion having given up, is no more taking the body as I. So whatever that is to be done, what is to be done? Anadi avidya krita bandha mokshanam anukshanam krityam asti. Anukshanam, sarvada, always. This krityam asti, this needs to be done. What is to be done? Mokshanam, freedom from. Freedom from what? Bandha, bondage. What type of bandha? Affected by what? Anadi avidya krita. Anadi avidya means krita, affected by the beginningless ignorance of one's own swarupa. So that means whatever that needs to be accomplished in terms of what? Having given up the bodily identification, termination of the, that is, the bondage caused by beginningless ajnana of oneself, means gaining knowledge. Say. And how, what is that? Anukshanam krityam asti means that should be the main preoccupation in life. Other things to the extent necessary. To the extent, see, that is why Mundakopanishad speaks of two vidyas. Paravidya, aparavidya. Aparavidya is what general education, etc., because you have to survive in the world and therefore you have to earn your livelihood and all that is there. And having been born as a, you have to see, a grahastha can never should depend on others. See, he should earn to live a decent and dignified living. That's fine. Not more than that. So that is that. For that, what is necessary? Education is necessary. Aparavidya is necessary. But that is not the goal of life. That is by the by. Stop-gap arrangement. It is stop-gap. What is the purpose of Paravidya? What is the Paravidya? Yaya tat aksharam adhigamyate. That by which that indestructible Brahma, Atma is directly known. That is what? This Atma, Anatma, Viveka and Atma Sakshatkara. So therefore from that standpoint you say, see, that Krityam Asti, Anukshanam, that alone has to be the main pursuit of life. Krityam Asti. So, that one, he says, one may ask, why so? Look, what is wrong in the body? If body is I, what is that? See, if body is not taken as I, can it do anything in the world? What is wrong? Look, this body is not you. How it can be proved? How it can be proved? Listen. Body is made up of, already told, majja, asti, etc. All this, you are holding your nose. like anatomical dissection, he has already told you. That is that. Means this body is a composed assembly of many things, or not? If you have forgotten, start from marrow onwards. Marrow, bone, fat, blood, epidermis, dermis, and all this. Feces also. Huh? Yes. So see, body looks beautiful. Just imagine, peel off the dermis. You will not be able to see it. You will not be able to see it, etc. So that is how it is. Even these non-vegetarian people, if they see what, see where the skin is removed, they will develop parama vairagya. So they don't see that. They only see the ready-made dish that is there in front of them. So you will not be able to bear the sight as such. So that is that. So that is that. So look, will you accept one thing? This body is a composite structure of many constituents. You need not be a doctor and anatomically you need not dissect it. Is it not? Yes, ma'am. Rule is, any assembly is meant for the one other than the things assembled in it. Huh? This is the rule. You take a car, motor car, made up of many things. Is it for the car, sake of car? The owner. It is meant for the owner. A house made up of so many things. Is for the house? No. Grihaswami, the householder. Is it not? Like that, your body is an assembly or not? Already told. Therefore say, Ayam dehaha pararthaha is meant for the one who is different from all the things assembled, because it is an assembly. Now tell me, physical body is assembly or not? That means that physical body is meant for the one who is distinct from the body. Who is that? Yourself, the I, Atma. Therefore, you can't be this. Body cannot be you. So therefore, Ayam Dehaha Pararthaha. Parartha means being an assembly is meant for someone other than itself. You take the example of a car, you take the example of this house, chair, carpet. Poor carpet can't complain. What is this? Every Sunday you fellows are coming sitting on me. That is why you are made for that only. Chair is meant for that only. Not that. Any assembly is meant for someone other than that. So therefore, you say that this being the case, you say the person amushya poshane yaha sajjate saha anena swam hanti. The one who is always sajjate, engrossed, totally whole life preoccupied in what? Amusya poshane. Amusya means for nourishing and sustaining and pampering this body. Amusya means this. And then nourishing this means nourishing the body. See, what is it? Say, anena, by this notion of nourishing the body alone is the goal of life. Swam hanti, he destroys oneself. That doesn't mean body should not be taken care of. So look, Shastra never tells you to persecute the body. You like a boat which is necessary to cross the river, body is necessary to cross over the samsara. But don't pamper the body. Nourishing the body alone cannot be the goal of life. See, look, animals, birds, etc. live or not. भगवान ने क्रिएशन किया, he will say, they say, in Kannada there is a saying, the God who has created will not make you graze the grass. You know, who grazes the grass? Cattle. So like that, the God who has created will make some provision. It may not be up to your expectation, etc., but He will not leave you like that only. So that is that. So that means what needs to be done should be done, but this alone cannot be the prime goal of life. Otherwise, see, whole lifelong is meant for earning and spending. Animals are better off. Do you know why? How much education the animals underwent to survive? And nowadays, computer age, even after 35 years of service, he has to brush up the because yesterday's program today also this is a very big problem with the computer program. Yesterday's program today went away. So like that, it's not that. So that is, of course, if you are in that field, you have to do, you can't have no other goal. But that cannot be the prime goal of life. That is the case. Say, yaha swam anena, yes. Anena hanti, destroy. Anena means what? Deha poshana as the very only goal of life. You have to protect the body. Otherwise, see what will happen. If the boat develops a leak and you try to cross over the river, watery grave. No. But don't pamper the body. Shastra never tells you to persecute the body. It's foolishness. Never persecute the body, but never pamper the body. Keep it in fit condition. That's why Shariram Adyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. First and foremost tool to accomplish worthwhile things in life is what? Body. But Deha Poshana cannot be the goal of life. That is, see, otherwise, no, this can be misunderstood. We should not misunderstand that. See what the author has got in mind to highlight. Now, what is the plight of a person whose only preoccupation in life is pampering the body? So what is that? Let us see. At the same time, he has got mumuksha. That is important. He wants to cross over the samsara sagara. He wants to gain liberation, but all the time preoccupied where? In pampering the body. What is his plight? Let us see.
Sharira poshanarthi san ya atmanam vidrukshati graham darudhiya drutva nadim tartum sagacchati sharira poshanarthi san ya atmanam vidrukshati graham darudhiya drutva nadim tartum sagacchati. Anvaya yaha sharira poshanarthi san atmanam vidrukshati saha graham darudhiya drutva nadim tartum ichchati. Again,
person who is always preoccupied in whole life in sustaining the body only, and at the same time he wants to gain Atma Jnana, he says, he gives an illustration. Like a person who wants to cross a river. To cross a river, what is that? Boat or some canopy or something should be there, etc. At least raft, or a log of wood. He thought he got a log of wood and he held it. Do you know what it was? Crocodile. Actually, graham darudhiya dhrutva. Graha is crocodile. Darudhiya, thinking that it is a log of wood, he sat on that. Crocodile thought, Bhagavan is very kind. Bhagavan is very kind. So watery grave for the person. So that is like that. The person who wants to cross over this samsara sagara, all the time being engaged in sharira poshana. That is, we'll see word by word next time. Oh.